lockdown bucks. Who, what, when, where, and how to deal with them. Stay tuned. Both of these bucks are lockdown bucks. Both of the videos. This was a rifle season buck, so like November. Let's say November 18. Or no, sorry, 16. I think. A couple years ago, and this one here was November 6th last year. Both videos are on my channel. But this one was exhibiting a behavior I have witnessed repeatedly when it comes to lockdown bucks. And I want to talk about things I've learned about them and how to kill them. So the main problem in killing the lockdown buck is finding his seclusion zone. And I'm here to tell you that that is possible, and I've done it. I'm going to talk about how that all came about. I'll put a map up here of the area I hunt, and describe the deer movements I've observed there. So we have a mostly forested public land, and there's a the train drops running from south to north. The train drops off. Not that that's that important, but in the southern portion of this map is hardwoods, beech, and oak, and the mass crop is the primary feed for these deer through the night. And the does, they'll move from south to north in the morning back to bedding. And I'll show that in red. And then his bucks will, and these are perennial trails. These bucks have a trail that crosses, and they'll put a primary scrape right around this area here. Then at some point, a buck will determine the does worth chasing, and every time I've seen them, I've noticed that the does are usually trying to run downwind. They'll be running downwind. The prevailing wind is out of the west, northwest, and these bucks will try to they'll outrun them, outrun the does, and they'll force them back to the west. And what I believe is happening is there's a clearing that eliminates daylight movement for the deer, and I have discovered after watching one morning I watched a buck chase a doe, in that direction, and I had tracking snow. Um, Even though it's northern Michigan, we don't always have, or lately anyway, we don't always have snow during firearm deer season. So that year was there was a good tracking snow, and it just snowed that night, so I could see where the deer headed, and finally he took her where I suspected it had been going, and where that is there's a large clearing here with a skate cover upwind, a large clearing downwind, and I found a large buck bed and track. The track was like 2 3/4, 3 inches wide. Um, but there was a large buck bed and a doe bed, and they were laying just just downwind of that escape cover, and it looked like they were watching the clearing. And I think that's it. That's pretty much the key to finding these areas for the lockdown, where a buck will seclude a doe in a place where he's less likely to have other bucks discover them while the buck is searching. He walks downwind. Well, either the scent has dissipated or its thermals have made it rise through the day and taking it up above their noses, or they just don't want to cross that clearing in the daylight. And I think if you keep that in mind where you hunt, it doesn't have to be a clearing; could be a lake where the lake is to the downwind, or a large marsh where deer aren't likely to cross. Something that keeps them from walking within scent checking distance downwind, and that's essentially all there is to find that location. I think people had a hard time with knowing where that is in the past because they don't leave a lot of sign there. They're there for day two, I don't know, maybe three, and he might not bring the next doe back to that same area. He might have another one within a mile or whatever distance. But there's I know there's this one on this map here, and you can count on it during the time where a buck will be locked down with a doe. It's most likely where he's going to take her. So I hope this helped, and this maybe I'll make another video about how to go about getting in position to get a shot at him. But anyway, I hope it helped, and thanks for stopping by.